Inner critic is that voice that I know very well, and I think probably most people do, inside your head, that's always ready to jump in and judge and evaluate and tell you that you should have done it better, or you've screwed up, or blame, shame, guilt is really always ready to lay it on you. And what we discover in the mindfulness course is noticing how these things come up, and they have no substance, and we don't necessarily have to identify with them. And I think when we start to, in this course, we start to address specifically this inner critic, who evolved, because the course uses a lot of work from Paul Gilbert and evolutionary psychology and the compassion-focused therapy that he developed. We realized that the inner critic developed in us as a sort of protector, because we wanted to survive, we want to do well, we want to be accepted in the group, but it's gone all out of proportions. And so now it causes us, instead of encouraging us, it causes us pain. And I think when we start to recognize that, and we start to learn to be with it, and realize we can kind of deflate it, and it has a lot less power. It just becomes another conceptual thought. And we realize that we're also habituated to, going along with it, listening to it, adding to the story. And with mindfulness and compassion, it's sort of like we have another option, like, oh, look what's coming up here. Okay. I hear you loud and clear, but I don't have to go down that path. Thanks for alerting me to maybe something I need to know, but I don't need to go down the path of shame and blame and, in a way that's just going to bring me into a negative sort of cycle. We can respond, we can notice that. And then what we do in the course is we learn to respond to it with compassion. We learn to hold the space for that. And like Thich Nhat Hanh, he talks about compassion being like a mother holding a crying baby. You just hold the baby with love. You don't try and talk it out of crying. That's not going to work. As though we can't talk ourselves out of feeling bad. That's not going to work. But we just try and hold it with compassion and give ourselves that space. And then things transform. As we've recognized through doing mindfulness, things are always in a process of transforming.